We are getting rid of this metal front door. We're putting in this fiberglass, beautiful, super budget friendly door from Lowe's. Thanks, Lowe's. Comes with the jamb, the door, obviously, weather stripping, casing. So we are gonna just put this whole thing in, get rid of this thing. It's not even level. It's not even straight. The only thing I can think of that we don't have that we might need is flash. But I highly doubt there's flashing under this door. I just don't believe that there's flashing. I just don't believe it. So Sasha's here and we've already been working. Got the door removed here and trying to figure out a good access point to get this thing detached. So this trim is kind of embedded into the drywall or plaster here. It's not butted up against it. It's like almost flush with it. And so there's always a good possibility that like some of the wall will come out, and we do not want that. So we're trying to cut along that line and then just use a pry bar to pry out the trim here. And that should give us access to this inside of the jamb and find out where everything's located. So we have one of the trim pieces out. You can see some of the rough framing there. This one's giving us a hard time though. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I think there's every screw and nail that has ever been created in this trim piece here. Sasha, what's the hang up? What's going on?
300 nails.
Should we get the reciprocating saw out? It's 8:40. So, is it still too early? So here's our problem. Look at all of these nails. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a screw, 5, 6. 7, 8. Somebody got nail happy here, and we already pulled out what, like 3 or 4?
Yeah.
This side there was like 4. Do you know what? That's it.
We're just gonna yank it?
No.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26, 27, 28, 29, 35, 36, 37. 37. Wow. My question is, why is it all up here? And like right here, it's like 1, and then like a foot, there's nothing. It's just, what? I don't understand this. Well, there you go, folks. We're not gonna be able to use this, that's for sure. Y'all, we may have just gotten really lucky.
Yeah.
So I have no idea. I think this is our doorbell wire, because our doorbell is literally right here on this side. So that's got to be what that is,
sense.
Which is not even connected.
Which is why the doorbell doesn't work.
Yes, which is why the doorbell doesn't work. Exactly. So why this is right here is, well, that's probably why it doesn't work.
There's a nail through it?
There's a nail in it. That's why it don't work, other than like it's not connected, but like
minor little details.
We did not do that. That was like that, so I don't think that it is. No. No, it's dead. There's these extra boards on the inside that are used for the rough opening, the framing, and they've got it screwed in like crazy. Look at this, 2, 3 screws. Same thing on that side. So everything else is detached, and Sasha's almost got it. Right, Sasha? Yep. we go. Well, that only took an hour and a half, but we finally have the old door out. Ready for the new one? So we've already had to work on the door. The trim here was way out of whack on both sides. So we just tacked it in. We got it kind of disconnected and then tacked it in and then had to add a trim screw over here. Take it outside. We may be able to get through the rough opening here. No.
Nope.
So I'm gonna come back your way.
Just step it.
Yeah. Got it? Okay, just set it up now. You're in there. Okay. Let's set her in the dough. All right, there we go. See you later. Awesome. So it's gonna fit pretty snug like the other one. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is add our sealant. This is quad window, door, siding stuff. Yeah, so this is gonna be for our threshold, and just where the bottom threshold is gonna be. Yeah, not really sure why this ain't coming out very well, but it ain't coming out very well. Man, this don't want to come out. Jeez. Thought today was gonna be an easy day, but it ain't working. It ain't working out that way. Okay, that's probably good enough. All right, let's get it lined up. Let's try to set it on the front side first and then lean it back. Okay. I'm good on my side. All right, beautiful. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. The reason why you want a plumb, like this is plumb, right? This is level. The reason why you want to do that is, I mean, obviously for the door. So if it was not plumb, and if it was shifted that way, the door would swing open and it would never be like it is right now. Or if it was this way, the door would always want to shut. Okay. So what it's doing now is an indicator that it's pretty dead set. So now we're gonna do the hinge side. So it came with these screws. All these doors come with these extra screws here, which go into our plates. You can see where there's still the holes. So what we'll do, we'll shim it up.
Why do they do that?
Well, because those screws that are in there right now are short and these are long. So the long screws are what goes into the framing of the house.
Okay, this is one.
Yeah, yeah. These are the shims that we're using. These are composite shims. I like these a little bit better than wood shims because they have these perforations, I guess you call them. And so they just snap off. So it's a lot easier. You don't have to use like a multi-tool or a saw or anything like that to get them off. But here's our middle one. Here's our bottom one there, all shimmed up. And as you can see, like that gap gets a little bit bigger. So we're gonna have to throw like 5 of these in here. Well, down here. There we go. That was like a perfect amount.
It looks really dumb.
All right, so we got the door in and it looks pretty good. Our reveal, oh gosh. The reveal is really good pretty much the whole way up on both sides, but right there in that corner, I cannot for the life of me get that to come down. I've adjusted both sides, shimmed a little bit more. Everything is still plumb, but it's not working. And I just wonder if this is just installed a little bit higher. I wouldn't be surprised by the construction of this thing, some of the flaws that are already there. So we are still relatively plumb. It's a little over or so, but we can kind of make some adjustments. Let's see if that helped it any. It did, yay. All right, just got back from Lowe's.
Each time when I come here, I am abused.
And here is our front door handle and deadbolt. So we're gonna be installing these bad boys. And then finish nails. These are a little bit thicker than the brad nails that have been the 18 gauge brad nails. So this will be good for the thicker trim here for the door, as opposed to the brad nails. These are gonna be a little bit better. We know that we're gonna have to shim up a little bit some of this stuff. And so I bought this 11/16 by 1/2 inch, which I think is what was on there. This board sits up against here, like that. This piece has to sit up against our door jamb, and we'll set it back just a little bit so that there's a nice reveal. Try to work that up all the way. And in the meantime, Sasha is going to caulk the outside. All right, so this is the door knob. So we will have to drill another hole down here at the bottom, which is good. We only have to worry about drilling one hole. So we'll get that in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and do the deadbolt since that's the easiest. We are gonna have to notch out just a skosh more. Notch out here, and then also for the plate too, unfortunately. And that lines up exactly where my trim screw is that's going through there. So I might try to find a longer screw that's black that matches this that can go into here, or maybe I'll just put it somewhere else. So doing the outside portion here with this handle, what I really like about it is this section, I've got a drill in the bottom here, but this is adjustable. So you can kind of like set it midway or a little bit like quarter the way up. And then as it goes to set in, it can shift down. So. The last thing on the list is to put our trim back onto the door. We got to replace it. It's pretty rough. So we've got this 1x6 prime pine, and we also have this 11/16 by 1/2 inch that's going to go on the back side of the trim, just like that. I think I already showed this, and that's going to be enough space to deal with this. So as this comes out, there is going to be this gap. You'll see it here in a minute. This is what we've got, our 11/16 by 1/2 inch. The 1/2 inch face is on our trim side. So it's 11/16 long ways, and then 1/2 inch deep. Pretty good all the way down. We've got about a 1/4 inch reveal, and so we're trying to match that as we go around the top. And so got to do a little bit more adjusting. Got to fix this little section here. Notch that out a little bit more so that it'll sit back a little bit further. How's that looking? That looks good, yeah. That reveal is pretty close to the same. So this morning, we're back. The crew is here. Me and my lady.
The crew is me.
And me. Getting ready to paint this front door.
I'm struggling with this door today, y'all. I don't know what the problem is. It could be that someone poured too much paint in my paint bucket. I really don't know. I'm struggling, but it could also be that like there's really not a big change compared to the color that I'm painting. So I'm painting white on white basically, and there's not a huge blue board, not a big paint.
It's a little off-white. You can kind of tell. Like this hasn't been painted, that has. So we're using Snowbound by Sherwin-Williams.
No, not out here. We're not.
Oh, this is not Snowbound?
No, this is the outdoor trim paint, and I think we went with Avalanche. It's more of a creamy white. Interior-wise, we are using Snowbound.
Correct.
So I think it's Avalanche outside.
It's coming together. You can definitely tell like from here that that left side is a little bit more white than the middle there. So. Well, there you have it, folks. The front door is installed and it's looking really good. Very happy, very pleased with how it turned out. We got the front portion painted and Sasha worked on the back portion here, our trim and this side of the door. Thank you, Sasha. There's a few more small touch-ups that we have to make just on the wall, but we can do that another time. Essentially, the door is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content for the Heart House, and then a few more projects coming up, and we'll see you in the next video.